All right. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Oh my goodness. We are so excited for today. We are going to share with you guys so many incredible tips. And I'm so excited that I get to do this with Cheyenne today. Okay, first of all, we want to know how many of you guys are loving this host to post movement that we're doing. Like, I want to know in the chat. Let me know. It has just been so fun doing this, and just it's been incredible really seeing the results that you guys are all getting. And so, it's just been so awesome. So the other question I want to know is, who has been consistent ever since we started doing this with doing the 10 host to post every single day, getting 10 host to post out every single day? Like, that has just been a game changer, right? And I am hearing, like, I think my favorite part about all of this, and Cheyenne probably agrees, is that, you know, people who were maybe stuck or never done anything like this before, or even some of you newbies who are just jumping on, getting started with this business, and all of a sudden you are seeing results with this. And so it's been amazing to see. So Cheyenne and I are going to talk to you guys all about how to do host to post through Instagram stories. Okay, so I cannot wait for you guys to hear some of Cheyenne's tips. And so, you guys, this has been so amazing, and you guys have heard so many other people speak, and so many other people give you guys tips and just follow-ups and how to stay organized and how to get, distributors and loyal customers. And so you guys will all hear, different things and how we can do different things, but you guys will hear that there's so many common, things that we are doing. Okay, there's so many things that we are doing, and Cheyenne and I both primarily do host to post on Facebook. We love doing that through, with customers and stuff like that. But the thing is, you guys, is you have heard, other people say, why limit yourself to only 10 host to post, right? Like, that's our goal, is to get 10 host to post out every single day. But why limit yourself to 10 host to post if you can get more, right? And so that's what we think about Instagram. Facebook is my baby. It's where I primarily grow in my business, but why limit myself to only one platform? There's Instagram you guys can do as well. And so I know some of you guys only do Instagram. So this is where you're going to really want to, get your pen and paper out and really take some notes, because these are going to be really good. And months ago, I heard Cheyenne was killing it with Instagram story host to post, getting tons of distributors, you guys. And so I just simply reached out to her and I just said, girl, tell me exactly what you're doing. And as soon as she did, I just started implementing it. And very soon I started getting distributors from my Insta host to post stories as well. So this is very duplicatable, you guys. And so here's the thing, is that, if you just started and you just started getting into, host to post, I want you to stick with one, okay? Master one. So if Facebook is your jam, if you love Facebook, then stick with Facebook and really master it and really get it down so that you're very, very comfortable with it and you're seeing those results, and then start to dabble in Instagram, okay? Now, if you just do Instagram, then like I said, get your pen and paper out, because we're going to give you some really good notes, but we don't want you to be overwhelmed and, learning a new thing plus juggling 2 different platforms. So I really want you guys to be really confident and comfortable with one platform first, really master that, and then you can start dabbling into, Facebook, but write these, or Instagram. But I want you guys to, like I said, get out your pen and paper, take some notes, because this is going to be really, really good. And you're also going to see, you guys, very similar, things that we say. Okay, we repeat ourselves a lot, because that's this business, right? We just repeat ourselves because that's what we do. We apply it, we repeat it, right? We do it and then we repeat it again. So you are going to hear so many different things, you guys, but the things that we all have in common, that you have probably heard over the last 7 days, is one, we all make a goal, right? We all make a goal. Okay, our goal, 10 people to post for us every single day, okay? The other thing is, then we commit to that goal, right? You heard Amy Spence say, you know what? If I'm going to say that I am getting 10 hosts to post out every single day, I'm going to make that commitment to myself, and I'm not going to break that commitment, okay? So we make the goal, we commit to that goal, and then, you guys, we are very consistent and disciplined with that goal to do it every single day. You also hear that we are organized with this, okay? So we have our trackers, okay? You can either print out your tracker or you could write it on a lined piece of paper, whatever way you can be organized with this. You wanna make sure that you are just tracking everything, that you're organized with it. We recommend getting that word board if you have an iPhone. If you don't have iPhone, then it's TextBand. Getting all of your verbiages all ready to go and being organized and prepared so that when you have these 10 people that are posting for you and you just have a post blow up, you guys are already prepared, right? You're already prepared. You have your verbiages ready. You have your your tracker all out, like you're prepared to bring on customers and distributors. And then the other thing is that we plan when we do this, okay? So we plan when our work hours are, and that's the beautiful thing about this system is that it is something where you can work this and you feel like you are almost doing less work, but your actions, the results are going to be more. Okay, when you have a system put in place and you are very, very intentional with when you are working, then your results are going to expand. And so it's amazing. And then the last thing is just we all just get to work, right? We all just get to work and then we just do it and then you see results. So I am so, so excited just for Cheyenne to kind of take it away. She is mainly going to be giving you these tips because like I said, Cheyenne is the one who taught me and she's like the Insta guru to me. So I'm going to have her just go ahead and take it away. Cheyenne, if you just want to give everyone a little intro of yourself and I would love for you just to tell everybody how Host to Post change everything for you.
Yeah, guys, I am so excited to be here. So if y'all don't know who I am, I'm Cheyenne Knox. I'm 21 and I've been in this business for about 3.5 years now. And as of last month, we went Ambassador Diamond. So I'm super, super excited to do this training with each of you and share all these tips. But, Host to Post really changed my business 110%, probably about a year and a half ago when I first started doing them. Because it was like, you can reach out to these potentials and have these potentials on your Facebook and your Instagram, but why not utilize a tool that's going to branch that out to more and more people every single time? I remember when Rachel Jones did our first Host to Post training, and I just remember sitting on that training like, what have I been missing out on this entire time? And it was right after that I started promoting super fast because I was utilizing these tools. So just like Amanda said, I make it my goal to get up 10 Host to Post every single day. And if I get up more, I get up more. I set that goal, but I have the self-integrity to make sure that I do get that done. And, Host to Post has changed my business so much because I fully believe that's why our team is Ambassador, is because I took that tool and that resource, and not only was I using it, but I was duplicating it and teaching it to my team as well. So I challenge you that what you take from this training today, that you take it to your teams and you say, okay, guys, like, let's do this together. Don't just do it yourself, turn right back around and teach your team to do it as well. But yeah, I love Instagram Host to Post as well, just as much as Facebook, because if I'm doing it on one platform, I may as well be doing it on the other.
Absolutely. And you guys, you guys are going to hear, everything that we have been taught over these last 7 days. You guys are going to hear that we do the steps similar, but I am going to have Cheyenne kind of walk you through every step, but you're going to see that it's very similar to as we were doing it if we were doing it on Facebook. It's going to be the same steps. It's just going to be a little bit different on Instagram and through stories, So, okay, Cheyenne, so tell me a little bit about why you personally love Instagram, Host to Post stories.
So I don't even remember where I got the idea from or who taught me, but I just started going through my Instagram. I think one of the girls on my team had given me a message. So it's, when I post on Instagram and I get these stories up on Instagram, not only is it, broadening my market and bringing me to more people, but I'm getting more people onto my Instagram that are seeing my stories and my posts and watching my journey now, because we all know that as soon as we message people, they're not all immediately going to join. They're not all going to start the business immediately. So what I want from Instagram Host to Post is to get more people and traction to my page. I have a business profile, and at the very top, it shows you how many people are on your page. And it's the times that I'm really heavy hitting Instagram Host to Post that number skyrockets, because more and more people are coming to my page from it. And so as soon as I'm reaching out to these people, asking them if they want to enter into my giveaway. And for those of you that don't do giveaways within your team, before we did giveaways, we just gave away, samples of our products, or, just simply just ask for the favor of somebody posting for you. It's a story, it's something super simple. They copy and paste or throw up on their Instagram. It's not, people typically don't have an issue with it. And so I just get them to throw it up on their social media, and then, we'll get into the process soon. But I just think that it's really, really incredible for just growing your network and getting new people to your page to watch all of your stuff that you're sharing.
Absolutely. So who are you asking? Are you asking just anyone who's following you? Are you asking your follower, like the people that you're following? Who are you asking do this?
So something I have found that works best is I reach out to people every day. Okay, I'm reaching out to them about the products. I'm reaching out to them about the business opportunity. I'm sharing what I have with every single person that will listen to me. And sometimes what happens is people say no, right? People say no, they're not interested. Maybe they can't afford it right now, or, maybe they just read their message. Okay, that happens to all of us. That's totally normal. We're planting the seeds. And so I go through, what I do is I kind of follow up with those people. So I will go through and I'll go, like, what I do is I go to my profile, I click my followers, so the people that I follow, and I switch it to earliest to latest. There's a little button at the very top of followers, and it'll switch them in the order that you followed them first. And so obviously the people I followed 3 years ago when I joined, I've probably contacted about this business, or they've at least seen what I do. And so I will actually go back through and message all of them and say, hey girl, I don't know if I know you weren't interested in my products at the time that we had talked last, but I would love to see if you'd be willing to have an entry into my giveaway in exchange for posting this story up on your Instagram. And most of the time they're like, yeah, sure, no big deal. And so I just send them my little graphic that I make, and I send them what to do with it, just a little instruction thing. And that's all I do. So it's super simple. I just go through and I just basically call it following up, like, hey, don't know if you were interested in my products last time, but would you be interested in entering into my giveaway? And I just simply ask them to post it, and they just throw it up there, and I just get them entered into our giveaway.
I love that so much. It is so simple. And do you guys see the similarity of, if you were to do Facebook host to post, it's the same thing. We are asking people. So, you can just go through like Cheyenne said, and just, and here's a message that she sends them. That's the first initial message. And I'm going to put the next message up in just a minute, but she's simply asking them. And again, you guys, it's a numbers game. So if she was to ask, 10 people, she might get maybe 1 or 2 people to respond to her. Versus if she was to ask like 30 or 40 people, right? She's going to get a lot more people to respond to her. And so I just love that so, so much. So, okay, Cheyenne. So I'm going to put the rest of your verbiage up as you guys are talking. So I'm going to have you guys just not really say much in the chat, so you guys can have all the verbiage all, together. But Cheyenne, as I'm doing that, will you go ahead and explain? So once you give them the graphic, and you guys can do, an opportunity graphic, you guys can do a product graphic. So whatever you're, if you're going after, if you want to get some opportunity host to post out, then do an opportunity one. If you want to get customers right now, then do product ones. Okay. So you do what you are wanting to do for your business. It doesn't really matter. You can do either one, but will you kind of explain, what do you do after? So you send them the message. They say, yes, I'm going to, post for you. You give them the graphic. Do they tag you in it? Do you have them just put it up? Like, kind of walk us through a little bit of like after you give them the graphic.
Yeah, so Amanda put the message up there, and she's going to continue putting the script. So just everyone stop commenting so that she can post the script and it not get lost up in all of our messages. But the first thing that I do, so if I've never messaged them before, I'm going to send that message of, hey girl, I have a question, and no, I'm not selling you anything. That's what I send to people I've never talked to before. If I have messaged them before, maybe about the products or the business, I'll message them that follow up and say, hey girl, I don't know if you've been interested in my products or not, but would you be interested in putting up a post on your story in exchange for an entry into my giveaway? So either one, okay, you choose which route you're going. And then they're going to say, yeah, of course, no big deal. So then I will send them my story post. So I'll send that story post. And by the way, you can make super cute graphics on Over. It's a super amazing app. And you can also make them on PixArt. That's a free app as well. Those are two really amazing apps you can use, Over and PixArt. But I just make a simple, clean graphic. I have them post it and I send it to them with a little message that says, okay, perfect. All you do is you're going to post this up on your story and tag me in the little black box. So I put a little box at the very bottom that says, message this to, and when they tag me, I'm tagged in it. So all the people that are seeing this on their story are going to click my Instagram and go direct to my page. And so it says, message me info, message me whatever you want them to message you. And so when they message me, I'm getting all these people to my page, but now they all follow me because now they're coming to my page and they're going to follow my post and they're going to go and they're going to scroll, us girls, we all creep on everything. And so they're going to creep on all my pictures. They're going to read my captions. They're going to look at my highlights, look at the stories that I have on there. Sometimes people come to me interested in the business and they see the products that we have and they're like, okay, wait, I actually want this keto coffee that you post about. So it's just getting them to my page, but it's literally that simple. I'm asking, they're saying yes. I'm sending them my graphic, sending them the instructions of all you do is tag me and I'll get you entered. And then I always say, once it mentions me, because when they tag you, it says you've been mentioned in this story. I screenshot that, go enter them in my giveaway and say, perfect. This is the kicker, okay? This is where majority of my distributors actually come from, okay? So as soon as they get it posted and I am mentioned in it, I say, perfect, I'll get your name and, entered into the giveaway, but I just have to ask, have you ever thought about making an extra income yourself? That is where all my distributors come from. I don't know what it is. I don't know why they don't ask when, they see my graphic or they don't reach out to me, but so many people don't reach out. Okay. And that is the power of asking a simple question. And so I just say, have you ever thought about making an extra income? I just have to ask. And so now they've posted this, they see how simple it is. And most of the time they're like, yeah, because like I said, I switch it from earliest to latest. So these people have been on my Instagram for at least 3.5 years now, watching what I do. And so I just say that and they're like, yeah, I actually have, but I don't have the time. Or I actually have, but I'm a college student or I'm a mom. And they hit you with the typical excuses that we all get. And then I can carry into saying, oh my gosh, I have moms on my team. Oh my goodness, I was a college student when I joined. And I relate to that excuse that they have and say, oh, I at one time thought that too. And now here I am and this business has done X, Y, Z for me. I would love to give you more information. So it is an Instagram post to post for their potentials, but I always turn it right back around. And so I enrolled 15 distributors in 72 hours from doing that, from going back to the very beginning and, contacting the people that I had already reached out to and just asking, hey, have you ever thought about making an extra income? It's that simple. And so I was just getting all of these distributors from just asking. And then I realized man, sometimes we truly do overcomplicate this because sometimes all you have to do is a one-line sentence and just ask them if they've thought about it.
Oh my gosh, you guys, holy moly. 15 distributors in 72 hours. That is insane, right? And did you guys hear how simple it was? She just asked, hey, you know what? Thanks for putting that up. Would you be interested in making extra money yourself? It's just simple as that, you guys. And so, like we said, if Instagram isn't your jam, if that's not something that you really dabble into yet or do yet, then when you do Facebook, host to post, ask your people who do your hosted post on Facebook. Same thing, you guys. You guys can take whatever we're teaching you today and also apply that to your Facebook, okay? So it is just all about asking. Oh my goodness. Just so that people have a perspective of, how many people did you just ask, 15 people, or how many people did you actually message in those 72 hours to ask them to post for you and then to put up a story for you? And then how many people did you ask, to if they want to make extra money?
Yeah. So, I think this business, I think you've all probably realized that it is success in numbers. I could go message 5 people, sometimes when my new distributors join, I'm like, okay, how many people did you reach out to? And they're like, okay, I reached out to 3. And you have to think about, the ratio of how many people are going to say yes to you, how many people are going to ignore it, how many people don't have the time or the money right now. And so I went through and switched it to earliest to latest. And I would message as many people as it took for me to get up 10 hosts to post. So some days you're going to have a breeze. Some days everyone's going to say yes to you. And it's like, you're having a great day and all these people are posting for you. And some days it's going to be like pulling teeth, getting things up. You know, it's success in numbers. And so there were days that it was easy and I could get up 10 and I would keep going because it was that simple. I was like, okay, if I got up 10, let's get up 40 at this rate. And then sometimes, you know, it would take me a couple of hours throughout the day just to get up 10 hosts to post. So just make a goal, you know, just like Amanda said at the beginning, if you set a goal, you're going to do the work that it takes to reach that goal. And if you don't set a goal, then, you know, sometimes I'd be messaging a couple of hours and I'm like, you know what, today's just not my day. And I would give up. And then I'm not getting my work truly done that I should have done. So just set a goal and reach out to as many people as it takes. And then you just keep reaching out and keep reaching out and keep reaching out until you have more and more people to reach out to. And you get all those potentials to your page.
Absolutely. I love that so much, you guys. It is just that numbers game, okay? And you have to take the emotion out of it, okay? If you sent out 30 messages or 40 messages and nobody responded to you, you guys just take that emotion out of it and say, okay, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep going until I get a result, okay? There's a really good book that I read when I first started. It's called Go for No. And it will literally change your mindset, you know, with thinking like, oh my gosh, all these people told me no, or all these people are ignoring me. Go for that, all those no's, because the more that you get out, the more people who reject you, the more people who are telling you no or not responding, you are so much closer to getting somebody to say yes to you. Okay, so just keep going. Cheyenne didn't just get discouraged after she sent 10 or 20 or 30 and nobody messaged her. She just kept going because she had a goal. She needed and wanted to get those distributors. And so, you know, she did it until she did it. So I just love that so much. So I'm going to give you guys just a couple other ways that you guys can get Insta host to post out, okay? And I have to give a huge shout out to Cassie Westland, who I just picked her brain about because she only does Instagram. And so all of her customers and distributors come from Insta stories and having people post for her and doing, you know, the Insta host to post. So I just picked her brain. And so here's a few things that she does. And this is, I started implementing this too, because the thing is, you guys, when you see somebody doing something and they're having massive success with it, the best thing we could ever do is pick their brain about it, learn exactly what they're doing, and then we go apply it, okay? So what you guys are learning right now, we want you guys to not just, you know, listen to it. We want you then to take what we're giving you, take those scripts, and then go apply it, okay? So here's what Cassie does. So she will send out an initial post, just about a product post, like, hey girl, thanks for, you know, following me. I love seeing your post. You know, would you be interested in being one of my product testers for me? And here's what she does with that. Either one, they say, yes, send me more information. So now she has a potential customer or a distributor, right? And so she sends them more information. And then what she does is if they become a customer or if they just kind of go silent on her, she will always ask, hey, will you know, do you mind putting up a story for me and I'll enter you into our drawing? Okay, so that's one way. So once she starts it off as a product tester, okay? So just a simple generic post. Then what she'll do is she will then say, okay, hey, you know, thank you so much, or, you know, no problem at all if they say no. Do you mind putting up a story for me and I'll enter you into our $500 cash giveaway? Or will you mind putting up a story for me? I'm trying to grow my network. It would help me out so much. You know, so she's always asking them. So if they say no, she's taking that next step forward, okay? So that's one way you guys can do it. And then here's the other thing is that, you know, like Cheyenne said, she is asking everyone, okay? So if somebody comments on your story or on your poll, they vote on it, or if somebody views it, I will always take it that next step for it. If somebody views my story, I will always message them like, hey girl, you know, thanks for viewing or voting on my story. Thanks for viewing my story. Would you like more information on the detox cleanse? And if they're like, oh no, that's okay. You know, I was just kind of looking through the stories. I say, no problem. Hey, we are doing a giveaway this month. Would you be interested in, you know, throwing up a quick story for me and I'll enter you in for it. It's completely free. And so you guys see, it's just another person to ask. So, you know, if you've gone through and you've messaged some people and it's time for you to take a little break, now, you know, check out your stories, message people from there. So, you know, there's always ways that you can ask other people. Another thing is, as you heard, you know, some of the other girls over the last couple of days say that they put up a host a post actual post, right? So they'll put up like a drawing, like, hey guys, you know, drop your favorite color to get entered into our drawing, our cash giveaway. So people will enter. So you can do the same thing, you guys, with Instagram. You guys can put up a post, and then when people say, hey, when they comment, then say, you know, send them a message and say, hey, all you have to do is put up this story, okay? Now, there's one more thing that I loved what Cassie does, and I started implementing this yesterday as soon as she told me. When people say yes, that they will put one up, here's what we are doing, okay? So we say, okay, perfect, here's the story. And so maybe it's an opportunity graphic, okay? So it's a graphic about the business. And then, you know, they put it up and say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Hey, for another entry, do you mind putting up this story as well? And it'll be a product. Okay, so now your person who's posting for you, who just hosted that story for you, who put up that graphic, they just put up 2 for you. Okay, so they got 2 entries into the drawing, or, you know, whatever you want to do for them. But now they just posted about the opportunity and also the product. Okay, so you guys can expand your network. You guys can get customers and distributors all from this, you guys. But the key is asking. Okay, the key is doing the steps and asking enough people until you get enough hosted posts out to see those results. Okay, and then doing it daily. We can, this system will not work, you guys, if you do it one day and you don't do it for the next 3 days, and then all of a sudden you do it again and then you take 3 days off. This system works if you do it consistently. Okay, so I want to make that very, very clear. That it has to be consistent, and you have to ask enough people in order to get at least 10 people to post for you, okay? Okay, Cheyenne, so tell us a little bit about, you know, you are having massive people come in. So you're having people from Facebook, from Instagram. Tell us a little bit how you're organizing everyone.
Yeah, so what I do is I like to have a tracker of some sort, okay? So if you don't have a printer, you can use a sheet of paper. It doesn't have to be perfect. And so I just make a list of the people that I enroll. So as the more people that you enroll, sometimes they're not super hands-on with you and you can forget about people. It's not, you know, it happens accidentally, happens to me all the time. So I just make sure that I write down every single person. There is power in putting a pen to paper, people, okay? So make sure that you are writing names down. And so I just make a list, write down everyone's name, and then I make 6 columns, and that's the 6 columns for their 6 customers. And so as they get one, I check it off. As they get another, I check it off to make sure I can keep track of those distributors. And then part of my training, so I'm like, okay, did I make sure they got into their e-suite? Did I make sure that they, you know, I have a, you know, specific training, which you can reach out to your upline or whatever, and use the training that they have. And I just make sure that I'm staying consistent and making sure that I write them down. Same thing goes for how I stay organized with the hosted post. When somebody posts for me, I write their name down. When somebody says they're going to post for me, I also write their name down. This is a huge tip, because if somebody says yes, they're not going to not post it. You know, they're going to do it. But most of the time, sometimes people get busy or they get distracted or they open the message, or maybe they don't use Instagram and Facebook as often as we do. You know, we're on it all the time, but maybe they're not. So I write their name down as soon as they tell me they're going to post for me, because then I can follow up with them. Hey girl, you want to go ahead and get that entry in? And just remind them, just, you know, power is in the follow-up for everything. And so I write their name down as well. So just write things down, come up with a system that works best for you. Sometimes people don't like the super organized trackers, and sometimes people just need a pen and paper. You know, do what works best for you and get them to write everything down. Write your distributors down, write your potentials down, write the people that post for you down, so that you never ever have someone fall through the cracks.
I love that so much. And to be honest with you, like, I do the same thing, you guys. And the thing is I've been doing hosted posts for years, and always very consistent with it. And our number is it's always 10. That's like the golden number. But the thing is, you guys, and this is what kind of changed it all, is that I would have so many people tell me like, yes, Amanda, I'll post for you. Yes, I'd love to get entered in. And then I thought I got all these people to post for me. And then as I would go back to check and like kind of follow up with them, I'm like, man, like 15 people said that they were going to post for me, but only 4 did, you know? And so I didn't have a system. I wasn't writing them down to be organized enough to go follow up with them. Okay. So now, like, if you write them down, just like Cheyenne said, write everyone who says that they're going to post for you. And then maybe at the end of the day, you're just doing your follow-ups and you're just kind of organizing and getting everything, make sure you message everyone, then go back and whoever posted for you, who said that they were going to post for you, go and check. If they actually posted for you, cross their name off. I highlight. So highlight their name. Those who didn't, then you just simply go and say, hey girl, I'm super excited to get you entered in. Did you still want to make this post for me? And a lot of times they're like, oh yes, I just got busy, or, they will make it like literally soon after they see it. So it's just all about, following up and just being organized with it. So I just love that so, so much. Cheyenne, can you guys just give one tip for like our newbies who are just getting into this? So maybe it's a seasoned distributor who's been with us for a while and they just have never incorporated host to post, or maybe it's somebody who just brand new entered into the company and they're like, okay, what is this host to post? Like what's a tip that you would give somebody to start incorporating, Insta story host to post?
Just start. I think a lot of times when something's new to us, we get crippled by the unknown and crippled by change. And, a confused mind says no. So when you don't understand all the details, sometimes you just say no. And that was me for a lot of different things. But what if, when Host to Post first came out, I said, it's too much. I don't know how to do this. I can't do it. And what if I wouldn't have done it? I wouldn't be ambassador. I wouldn't have been able to duplicate this throughout my team, and they wouldn't be promoting because I wouldn't have showed them the way. You have to think about, you're new to this business, but you said yes to being a leader. Congratulations. You're new into this business, but you're going to have people on your team. And so you doing the things and just starting and learning along the way, like sometimes you fail and sometimes, things happen and you fall down, but you're failing forwards. You're learning, you're doing things. There's so many things I did wrong that I'm like, man, if I would have just figured this out first, it would have been so much simpler, but that's why you get on these trainings is we've done the things, we've worked through all the kinks and, figured out the things that don't work and maybe the things that work really, really well. And so that's what we found. And I love that you shared that earlier about posting about the giveaway on your story. I completely forgot that I do that all the time. I just make a little graphic and it says, swipe up if you want to be entered into my, $300 giveaway this month or product giveaway. And when they swipe up, I just message them the same thing that I message them when they say yes to the post. It's just a different outlet. So just get creative, have fun with it. Maybe make a little Instagram story or a video and say, hey, if you want to be entered in my giveaway, just, swipe up here and say me. And then you can message them about your giveaway. Just do different, creative ways. You can post about it. You can put little things on your story. You can even post, a picture of you and whatever you're giving away on your Instagram feed and say, shoot me a message if you want to be entered into the giveaway. Just get creative, have fun with it. Do add your own unique twist to it, but just start, just do it because it's going to get easier. I always tell my team this analogy. I'm like, if you started working at McDonald's, you would, have to learn how to fry the potatoes and, learn to do all the different things. It's going to be different no matter what you do, but you've just got to do it and you've got to figure it out along the way. And I've seen a lot of people ask in the comments this one thing, and I wanted to clarify on it. So everyone's like, okay, what if the same people post for me every single time? That's okay. What I do is I'm like, hey girl, so you kind of do what I already do. You're already posting as much as I post. Have you ever thought about doing this too? I always just ask them because I'm like, if they posted 5 or 6 times for me, they may as well be getting the potentials from that instead of me because they're posting so much. So that's a good way to do it. But if you find that the same people are doing them over and over, grow your network, follow more people, get more people to your page, share this opportunity more, get it out to more and more people so that you don't have the same people posting for you every time.
Absolutely. I love that so much. And what is so cool is that, you guys will hear us say all the time, like, it's just a numbers game. You just have to start it. You just have to get out and start it. And it might feel a little like, uneasy, but I promise you, if you have that system put into place, like have your tracker out, have your verbiage is already set so that when people start to come to you and then you just have to your verbiages are already there. So you just send them that verbiage, it's so dang easy. I love that so much. And so I wanted to, because we have a little bit more time. So I wanted to go over some objectives that Cheyenne and I hear all the time with host to post. And so, the thing is, you guys, is if I'm having massive results, my team's having massive results, Cheyenne is having massive results, and so many other people are having massive results with this, you guys can too. It's just really taking what we're teaching you and then just going and applying it and being consistent. Okay, you keep hearing me say that word because that is the key to host to post, is being consistent and disciplined to do it every day. So I hear this all the time, and Cheyenne kind of already went over this, but the same people are commenting on my post. Okay, so Cheyenne kind of already mentioned that. I also hear all the time, how many of you guys get like, man, I just made a post or a story, but nobody is viewing it or nobody is liking or commenting on it. So here's what I would say to that is that very similar to what Cheyenne said, is you just have to grow your network, okay? You have to grow your network every single day. And what I love about Post to Post is you are killing two birds with one stone. You are growing your network with it and you're getting potentials every day from it, okay? So that's one way, but then you also have to grow your network in other ways. So friends of friends, or, on Instagram, follow, go into, do hashtags or follow other, if you have somebody who just has an awesome network, go and follow their network, and so it's just growing your network. And then the other thing to that, you guys, is we are in a business of building relationships, and social media wants us to be social. And so the more that we interact and the more that we, slide through our stories, the more that we, go and like on people's, Instagram posts, social media knows that and they see that. And so the more that we interact, then the more people are going to interact with us. So make sure that you are interacting with your network as well. We hear all the time that people will say that, oh, so many people said that they were going to post for me, but they don't. Okay. And then we kind of talked about this a little bit, is that just make sure you're very organized with those who said that they were going to post. And then it's just a simple follow-up. Okay. And if they end up not posting with you, that's okay. Just move on. Okay. Move on to that next person. We hear all the time that people are, I got my 10 people to post for me, or to do stories for me, but nobody is reaching out to me or nobody's commenting on that. And so here's the thing. I want you guys to understand that sometimes it's just the other person's network, okay? Sometimes it's not even about you or your post or your graphic or what you're having to do. It's about the other person's network. And sometimes they might not have the best network, or their algorithm might be so messed up, so just keep going. And then the other thing I like to do is if I have somebody who, posted for me or whatnot, and they didn't get any comments, I'll just go and I'll drop a before and after picture, or I'll drop a little emoji or a GIF or something like that, just to kind of boost it up. Again, you guys, if they don't have interaction, if they don't have much on it, I move on. I find somebody else to do it so I can get interaction. Okay. And then the other thing with that is just make sure that your post that you're doing is an eye-catching product post. Okay, so we love doing, it's the TFX, the skinny brew, or the coffee, the hair, skin, and nails, something that's going to be eye-catching that a lot of people will, get intrigued by. Okay. And then we hear, man, I've been doing Host to Post for a week now, and it's just not working for me. I'm not getting massive results. And so, what we would say to that is that you just have to keep going. Okay. It might take 2 weeks. It might take 3 weeks. Again, if you're not seeing the results that you're liking with the 10 people that are posting for you, then up your post. Okay, up the amount of people that are posting for you. Again, it's just that numbers game. I always say if I ask 10 people to post for me, I'm going to get about 1% back. One person will probably post for me. Versus if I ask 50, I'm going to get about 5, or more people to post for me. So it's just that numbers game. You just have to keep going, you guys, and be consistent with it. They will come. Okay, they will absolutely come. This doesn't just work for some people and not for other people. If you guys are applying every tool and every tip that we are giving you guys also will get massive results. Okay, but again, I'm going to go back to how many customers and distributors do you want this month? What is your goal this month? Okay, and your work needs to match that goal. Okay. So if you want to get, 20 plus, customers out, then we really recommend that you make sure that you're consistent with getting 10 people to post for you, 10 people to put up stories for you. Okay. So we are just so excited. Cheyenne, do you have any last tips for, people for Instagram story, Host to Post?
I mean, not anything we haven't said already. My biggest thing is just to be consistent. I know sometimes it's hard, and sometimes it's man, I've been doing all these things and it's just not working. And if you have any trainings that you've seen on YouTube from Amy Spence, she tells the story of her and Ashley on day 14 was look, this is not working. I'm not doing this anymore, and had over 50 enrollments that month. And it's consistently enrolled because, we can't just, Rome wasn't built overnight. You can't just do a couple of posts and be okay, I going to go ambassador with this? Like, is it going to, happen overnight? No, it's not. But the work that you're putting in is going to pay off. It will. You just have to make sure that you keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. And we know that because we've been doing it every single day since we started doing Host to Post, because we know the work that we're putting in we will reap the harvest. One of my favorite Bible verses is, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap the harvest if we do not give up. So if you can continue sharing it, continue posting, continue doing those Instagram Host to Post or Facebook, whichever you choose, or maybe both, you're going to get results from it as you consistently do the things.
Oh my gosh, I love that. And I have chills. You guys, who is so excited to start doing Instagram story Host to Post? Like, I'm so excited. I'm going to, jump off this and get my Host to Post out. But I want to know also who is loving this Host to Post movement. Like, it has just, I think it has been so dang fun. And I love seeing all of your guys' results. And so if you feel like you are stuck, this is a way to get unstuck, you guys. This is a way for you guys to get those goals that you want. But again, you guys, you just have to get out there. You just have to start doing it. Okay. And so who is, like, drop in the comments, you guys. I want to know this. I want to see this chat blow up. Like, who is making a goal to be consistent to do 10 or more Host to Post every single day? Like, I want to know. I see all the comments going. So I'm just so dang excited just to see all of these promotions happen. All of you guys just blow your business up. And so, Cheyenne, thank you so much just to do this with me. I was so excited because I just love you to pieces, my friend. And all of you guys on here, I'm super excited for you all. This is going to change your business. And we are so excited just to share with you guys exactly what's working for us, because we know that it will work for you guys too. So put that goal out there, you guys. Be consistent and let's just do it, okay? Let's just do it together and let's just get it done. All right, my friends, have a great Friday. Bye, Cheyenne.